we share, with a dash of this and a pinch of that, mixed all up with care. The best company and conversation, recipes and new creations. We're cooking up something good here at home. We are cooking up something good here at home.
Hello, family. We are so glad you're here with us today. It's a wonderful day. I trust that the blessing of the Lord, you're experiencing that in your family and in your life, because there's nothing like God's blessing on and favor on your life. And the way you do that is having a personal relationship with Him. And I trust that you have prayed that prayer to accept Christ as your Savior, because that is the most important prayer you'll ever make. And just from the openness in your heart, accept the fact that Jesus died on the cross for your sins, and that you can invite Him to come in and take residence up in your life, and He'll completely change you. It's a wonderful relationship, and I trust that you really have experienced that. If you haven't, you can do it today. And you can even call our prayer line if you wanted to. It's 24 hours a day. There would be somebody there that could really lead you into what you need to know to do now after you've prayed that prayer. I trust that you'll do that. We'll have that number at the end of the program for you, okay? Today, we're welcoming back one of our own family, Patty Macy, who was with us here on the program for a lot of years, and in my life for many, many years like family. She left the program to open up a bakery, and I've told you she was here at Christmas time. Patty's Pasticceria is an experience you have to try. And so today, I asked her to come back because we're doing cookies for all occasions. For weddings, graduation, baby showers, any kind of an event going on, you know, a cookie is always appropriate. And she's got some things to show you, not just cookies, but a whole lot more. And you're not going to want to miss 1 minute of it. So right now, while we take our at-home hint, I need you to go to the phone, call your friends and say, you got to watch Arlene's program because Patty's back and she's baking with a vengeance, if you know what I mean by that. She's intense. She's an intense lady. I'm so happy for her to have her business, and we're going to give you the information of where it is, but you need to go by and you need to taste some of the creations. She's got a great crew that works with her there, and we just pray the richest blessings of God upon her business. So we're going to have our at-home hint, and when we come back, it's Patty back in the kitchen doing what she does best, baking. Here's today's at-home hint. Even a minute of baking time can make a great difference to your cookies. Always check for doneness a minute or two before the stated bake time, and check often. Here she is, the one and only Miss Patricia Macy. We're so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
It is so nice to have you come back, and you're going to do these all-occasion cookies because you, as having your bake shop, you know how important that is. Right. All times of the year, a cookie is appropriate. I don't care what you're celebrating, right?
Cookies are my favorite food.
Me too. I'd rather have a cookie instead of cake, pie, whatever.
Anything.
So, what are you going to start with today?
I'm starting with AMORE lips, which is actually...
AMORE?
AMORE lips, love lips.
Love lips, okay.
Which is actually a version of your red lips. So we call them actually Arlene's AMORE red lips.
Oh, how nice. Okay, so talk us through it a little bit.
Real simple. You take a cup of butter.
Soft butter?
Soft butter. I use soft butter. It's just easy to work with. A half cup of granulated sugar.
Okay.
And then 2 cups of flour.
And you put all in there at one time?
I put all together. I've gotten to where I put...
You know what, she does.
And it works.
And it works, so why not?
And when you have a good mixer, I think that makes a difference. If you have the hand ones, I think you have to do it a little bit different.
Okay.
And now this is when I usually wear it. But
this is where she gets splashed.
Now that you got a higher bowl, look at this.
It's
I'm
better.
not wearing it.
Yeah. Get that lower bowl. We like to see it when it blasts all over. We were talking a little bit ago about how, those things happened when she was here before because she was so intense in getting it done. She'd be having it would be in her hair, it'd be all over her.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, not much has changed at the bakery. You just mix it till it forms a dough.
Okay. So while you're starting with that, you gave me this recipe. It's called coconut almond bars. And how much butter is this?
That's, I believe, half a
cup
of butter.
Okay.
And then 3 ounces of cream cheese if you need this.
Okay, because it's soft.
Yeah.
Very soft, and need to have it soft. It's very important.
Right.
Now, these are no bake, which is what I really like.
I like that too.
Now,
And there's 3 cups of coconut.
This is flaked coconut?
Yes.
Okay. 3 cups. Okay.
And then it says a
Do I need to-
pound. You could start mixing it
Start
if
to
you
mix
want.
it.
And then that's a pound of powdered sugar that goes in there.
Which is like 1 box, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not, when you look it up, a pound, it goes between 3 and 4 cups.
Right. So you just eyeball it, whatever works the
so
best.
whatever fills. And it is a sticky, it's going to be a little sticky.
But look how nice this can work because it's soft. You can do it by hand. This would be great to get anybody that wants to help you in the kitchen. Let them do this
Right.
kind of stuff.
Exactly right.
Okay, so I'm going to incorporate the coconut first. And what
Right.
are you looking for in that?
I'm waiting
Does
for it to become a dough. It's getting
come
there.
together? Takes a little while for that, huh?
Takes a little bit because it's a lot of
you got to
flour.
get your butter in
and
there.
it's
Yeah.
really short, and that's why I like them.
Yeah, because when you bite into them, oh, they melt in your mouth.
Yes,
Because they're so
they're
short.
actually my absolute favorite. And we do them like with the red lips, with the
Yeah, yeah.
raspberry.
Oh, I see.
And
It's-
then I come up this way with the nuts and the caramel and the chocolate.
Oh.
And when you eat them, that's what we call AMORE. You fall in love. They're just so
Oh.
good.
Oh, wouldn't you just know she'd have that? I can see how that it's already changing.
See how
it's
it's
gonna come
starting?
in. Okay, I've pretty much got this mixed. I'm going to add half of the powdered sugar.
Right, and then mix it. And then there's almonds we throw. I used to put whole almonds in. Like you roll the ball and you stick the almond in. It's good.
You like it better?
This is a little easier, and you still have that nice taste of almond, and it's good.
You know what? I'm going to just dump everything in because I want to get it done. Because we got to roll these into balls.
Right.
Now, what size should that?
You
are
do
we
them
gonna-
small. You don't want them real big because then you dip them in chocolate and put a little coconut on top.
Oh, they get dipped too. That's
Yeah.
right. That's what
It's
this
kinda-
is.
Yeah.
So you have your chocolate. Is this Merkins?
Yes, I like
Okay.
Merkins the best.
And you can do that
actually.
in the microwave or over, boiling water or simmering water on the stove.
Right.
And then what do? Just dip the whole
Dip
thing?
it, the whole thing, and then you right away, as soon as you dip it, you put the little bit of coconut on top.
So it
'Cause
holds
if you
it.
wait, it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, this
That's
doesn't
all there
seem.
is to it.
Yeah. Wow. This
You
is
gotta
easy.
keep- yeah, just keep mixing
You
it.
could even do like tint your coconut for a holiday or so, like for
Why
Easter
not?
or
And then you've got
something, or
green for
St. Patrick's Day
yeah.
or
and maybe
whatever.
even use a mint chocolate.
that would be nice.
That might be good too.
See, that's what happens when you got somebody that really likes to bake. As soon as you start down the road with one recipe, your mind goes bidding, 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 and you start making, well, we could do this or we could do that.
Right.
That's how all these things evolve
Yeah.
because people's creativity kicks in. I'm sure you do that at home too. But
Yeah, that's what's fun. That's what
yeah.
you like doing, and
definitely.
taking a recipe and making it yours.
Now, when we get these rolled into balls, do we put them in the fridge or just
It's best to chill them. Chill
so
them
that
and
it
then
takes
dip
the
them.
chocolate well? Okay.
Otherwise, it falls apart in the chocolate. and
Yeah,
then you have
that's
a mess.
that's no good. We don't want that happening.
No. Is it coming together already?
Yeah, it
for
is.
you?
It just needs some work. Probably if I had the
Mixer.
mixer, it would come together real quick. But it's okay.
Do you want me to dump this dough out and you do it in that way? Because we probably
It's
could
up
do
to
that.
you.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It won't hurt that flavors it with this because that's just butter. Okay. I think since I put all that powdered sugar in there, it's really
Yep.
a little bit more stiffer than I thought. Okay.
And I've gotten to where I use a mixer for just about everything.
Well, yeah, because
And
you're
it
making
makes a
like
difference.
enough for the masses too. You're not just
Right.
a little bit. You're making a lot.
There we go.
Okay.
Let's put this in here.
Does it feel like it's supposed to? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And see, you can, without cleaning the bowl and the beater, you can do that because there's butter in there and there's no like powerful seasoning in that,
No, there's
that
not even
basic
vanilla
dough.
in it.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's not going to hinder the flavor of this, which is, I think it's going to be all right.
Oh, it's going to be
Butter's
fine.
good. Butter interchanges easily. We don't have to worry about that.
Now this should be
Okay.
a lot better. It'll come together
Yeah.
a little quicker. It makes a difference. Doing it by hand is so hard.
Oh, it is.
Look, already.
Yeah, look, it's already coming together.
That's why I said, when you have a nice mixer like this, it really makes,
And you know what? That's a good investment. No matter, I mean, you buy one for the rest of your life. You know, you don't keep buying
makes
them.
all the difference in the
Here you
world.
go. You need this? Look how that's all pulled together. Oh, man.
So I knew it'd only take a few
Okay.
seconds.
So we're going to start.
Now this is sticky. You may have wanted to keep those gloves on.
That's all right. Let me get more. We can get more. Yeah. Wow, that really came together nice. Oh, sure. You can let me clean that off, huh?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's good. That's good. Thank you.
That'll work.
All right. So you're making the balls over there
Yes.
for yours, and I'm going to put some new fresh gloves on.
Yeah. And you'll be glad you did, because that's
I
the
know.
only thing bad about that is sticky. Sometimes I cut my hands in powdered sugar
Yeah,
and roll
just
them.
Now, how many will this make?
It depends on how
Four-
big you make them. I
four-
want to say anywhere from 4 to 6 dozen. Just
It does
depending
depend on the
how-
size
If
that
you
you
make
make
them
it.
little or if you make them bigger.
That's really important. Well, let's see. We're going
And
to take
sometimes
some
I use
here.
a scoop.
Oh, that would be
And
easy
when you
too.
use a scoop, it makes it. But then sometimes with that, when they're sticky, it'll get stuck.
How's that? Is that
That looks good.
just right? Okay. And then we're going to pop these in the fridge. Patty's continuing to make her AMORE
Yep.
cookies.
And really, all I do is put a thumb in there
oh,
and a piece of a nut,
okay.
and then you bake them. And then once they come out,
Then what do
you
you do?
streusel them with caramel and chocolate.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, we're going to take a break. We come back. There's a whole lot more. Stay with us. We'll be right back in just a minute. Well, if you're just joined us, you've missed a whole lot of cookie baking here. We're doing cookies for all occasions, and Patty's here from Patty's Pasticceria.
Very good.
I'm so proud that I can say that. And we've already had cookies. We've got some in the oven. We've already decorated some. But you're going to do another one.
Right.
And this is Grandma Fiasco,
Yes,
who's been
it
on the
is.
show.
Yes.
And this is her Italian wedding
Yes,
cookie.
we grew up eating these
They're so
as little
good.
kids, and she would give us coffee and say, "Don't tell your mother."
Oh. Well, I could see where that would be good
It
with
was
coffee.
fun. Yeah,
but
these are
are a
great.
beautiful little cookie that's very nice for a wedding because she ices them with
And it
white.
makes a lot.
Yeah, it makes a lot. And it's just a light, really light cookie, which
Yeah,
is
they're
delicious.
very light.
Okay, tell us what you're going to
Okay, you put 4 eggs in, and
Okay.
you put in a cup
do. Do you
of
always
milk.
keep them at room temperature? Don't you think that's important?
Yes,
I do too, because I think
do.
they whip up, they
It
incorporate
works a
better.
lot nicer. And even when
Absolutely.
you have to split them, it seems like they divide better. You know,
Better.
like when you have to do the egg and the
Now, what's that, oil?
oil, cup
Okay.
of oil, cup of milk,
Okay.
and then a little bit of vanilla.
Good vanilla. Don't buy that
Don't buy
garbage stuff. Buy
garbage.
some good stuff.
Now you can either use aniseed, which is this, or you can use the anise extract. I'm not a huge fan of anise. I like the aniseed because it's
You
not as
can
strong,
control it a little
and I
better.
don't put as much. It says 4 teaspoons. I never put that much in.
Oh, that would be really
because
strong.
I'm not a big anise
Yeah.
girl. I'm a
But you
lousy
could,
Italian.
if you wanted to, you could do that.
Yeah, you could do it. If you love anise, that's what you want to do.
What's that?
That was sugar.
Sugar?
Put in 2 cups or 1.5 cups of sugar.
Okay.
I should mix this a little bit.
Mix her down, and then she's going to add her flour, right?
Yeah, then we add in 4 cups of flour. No, 5 cups of flour and 5 teaspoons of baking powder. And that's what makes it so light.
And it's going to make a lot, huh?
It makes, you can get anywhere from 8 to 12 dozen, depending on
Wow.
how you roll them.
So if you have a lot of cookies to make for an event, this would be one you'd want to do. I always think when I have a lot of cookies to make, if it says 2 or 3 dozen and there's a lot of work, I don't have time. You want to go for like a bar cookie that you put in a big cookie sheet so you can cut them different sizes. And I think a lot of these that you roll into the balls has to depend on what size the ball is to how many you get. And I think
Exactly.
if you're doing them for a wedding, you don't want great big cookies. You want dainty
Nice
little
little-
cookies because you're going to serve the wedding cake. They've already had a meal or a buffet. So all those things I think are important.
And if you're at all like me, you want to try every cookie
Everything
on the
that's
table.
there, absolutely.
Right, so if you have a little cookie, you can have a lot more.
Okay, beware now. Okay, so that's going to roll into a dough. While you're doing that, I'm going to make, these are incredible cookies because these, what's the name of these? These
Caramel
are
Tassies.
Caramel Tassie. And you just make, now everything is included in the recipes when we send them to you with the newsletter. And she just does, you know, just the basic. This is what? Butter, flour,
And
cream
it's
cheese.
Like, 3 sticks of butter, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 3 cups of flour. That's it.
And you make it into a dough, and then you make it into a ball, and you press them in the mini muffin pan.
And then you chill them before you bake them.
Because
I
they
found
stay
it
up,
holds the
huh?
shape better, right?
Okay, so this is what we have here. And when you get them, you take them out of the pan and let them cool, okay? Now what she has, this is the caramel part. And you can buy, could you use the little caramels that you get?
You can. I like the Peter's caramel in the loaf.
And where can you get that?
A lot of cake stores sell the caramel in loaf, and it's just easier to deal with.
Yeah,
and
to
I
work
like the
with.
flavor
I
of the caramel.
agree.
Instead of I'm peeling all those wrappers, I hate
know.
doing that.
So you can buy that, and then she just mixes it with a little bit of evaporated milk. put it in the microwave, and then just, you know, when it heats up, you get a beautiful caramel. And all you do, you don't want it to use a lot. You just take like a teaspoon, which I have here, and you fill the cup. Okay? Maybe a little skimpy on that one, Arlene. Let's go a little bit more. And you know, you can fill them as much or as little as you want, whatever. You don't want them to, please don't make them so full that when you pick them up, they go everywhere, because this caramel is sticky, very sticky. But all caramel is, so not a problem here. Okay, so once we get all of these done and they set up, then we're going to drop a little bit of finely chopped walnuts on top. And they'll just sit up on the top. They won't.
You put icing and walnuts.
Oh, the icing first. Sorry,
Icing
that's
and
you're right.
walnuts,
You're right.
right.
That's right. Well, there's an icing that goes with this. I forgot to tell you. And it's a great icing that stands up, holds up to this. And we've included all the recipes for all of this for you. So if you have cookies to make for any occasion, you know, it's nice to find out, like if you're going to a baby shower, what does the new mother, what kind of cookies does she like? And make those cookies. Whatever the baby's name's going to be, if you know what they are, you could do like cutouts and do all the letters of the baby's name.
Right.
Unless it's like Hezekiah, then you might want to cut down on that, because that would be a little bit long.
Maybe just the initials.
Yeah, maybe just that. But they're all fun. Even for a wedding, you can use like the last name of the couple. You know, like if it's B, like for
As Bert,
Brittany and
her husband to
be.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm just gonna stop here, and then I'm gonna show you the icing that goes on, because I don't want to run out of time. And Patty has already made the icing, very simple icing, and you'll get that recipe. And then we just
put on the top.
right on the top. Whoa, this is beautiful. Just like that.
There you go. Perfect.
I remember. I used to do this.
You remember.
I used
You're
to do
a pro.
this. Yeah, right. If you ever need any help, just give me a call.
You
Actually,
never
that was
know.
some of the funnest times. How many times did I come and help you fill your
Yes, you
lady
did.
locks?
Lady lock queen.
Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't know what you're doing.
You just want to get them done.
Get them done and get home, go to bed.
That's right.
But this girl could go for days without sleep.
I used to. Not anymore.
She really did. Okay, now we put the nuts on. My problem.
There you
Look
go.
how
Look
cute
how
they
cute.
are. I tell you what, how lovely. Now, do these need to be refrigerated?
I would. I think they hold up
I do.
better. You don't
Anytime
have to, but
anytime
I
I
would.
got them, I always put them in the fridge, because that caramel sometimes will leak through, and you don't want that going all over the place. So,
Right.
and then bring them out as you need them. That's the important thing.
Right.
What are you doing over there, Patty?
Right
Show us.
here, these are what they look like once they come out of the oven. And then you let them cool, and you take a white icing
Okay.
and put a little white icing on top, and then
Just a plain icing, right?
just a plain, like a stiff, almost like a glaze, but
Yeah.
you want to make it thick.
A little thicker than a glaze. Yeah.
Right, and then just put a couple little sprinkles on it. You could do whatever colors. Grandma always used multicolored sprinkles, so
Well,
I
you
like
know
to
what?
use
They
the
kind of
multi.
go with everything, don't they? The
And they're bright
multicolor.
and they're cheerful and they're pretty. and-
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, we've
They're
had a tremendous amount of cookies that she's baked today. And there's one that we didn't get to, which is her rollouts, but we've done them before on the program. But we're also going to include that recipe in all the recipes you'll get today from the program. So we'll show you at the end what they look like too. But these, now tell me about freezing this stuff. Can you freeze any of these?
You can freeze all of it.
I know I've been
Yes.
freezing these for as
Yes,
long
you
as
can
I've been
freeze
getting them.
everything, as long as you layer them in wax paper and put them in
Get the
proper
air out, right?
containers.
Okay.
They could freeze. And I heard the rule is 21 days.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, they last sometimes.
Probably longer than that,
If
but I
I
heard
keep Paul
21
out of the
days.
basement, he can't get in the freezer, they'll last longer. If not, you know, well. But anyway, hey, you know what? We're going to come back in just a minute, and we've got some more things to show you that we didn't demonstrate today, but I want you to see some things that Patty brought from the bakery. It's going to blow you away. Stay with us. Here's how you can get all of the recipes from today, and in fact, from the whole month. Watch this. Well, here we are at the table. Patty, you certainly outdid yourself. Look
Thank
at this
you.
beautiful table. We want to make sure you get the whole journey around, so we're going to start real quick. Over here, tell us what we have.
We have Italian wedding cookies, coconut almond balls, and a little caramel tassie in the center.
And we
and then
repeat.
more of that there. And then we have our cutout cookies.
Now, the cutout cookies, she didn't get time to bake, but we're going to include that recipe, all different shapes, sizes, colors. And what's
Right.
beside that? That's what you made.
Yeah, those AMORE.
AMORE cookies.
And then more Italian and AMOREs and caramel TASSIES. And then we did wedding cutouts, which are real cute.
Yeah, because you can put the name of the bride, the groom, or their monogram on that. And up here we have
our cupcakes that Jess decorated for us.
I'm telling you, show this. This is just
They're my
so
favorite.
pretty. Look at that.
Pretty?
Absolutely beautiful, like a flower. Absolutely beautiful. And all kinds of cupcakes you make. And then down in front of that is a graduation.
Right, graduation, and then a wedding shower cake.
Wedding shower cake. And then we come over here, and standing beside me is a cake decorator. Tell us your name.
Jessica.
Jessica. And you made these? You
did.
decorated them?
I did.
Tell us about this one.
This one is a wedding cake covered in fondant, more contemporary, more modern, with the polka dots and more of the color that isn't as traditional.
And
then this one is more of a traditional cake covered in buttercream with some scroll work and
beautiful.
Some icing flowers.
And that's an off-white, which is very pretty. And introduce who you have over there.
Angela, and she does our PR work, and she works in the front, and she gets us the people to come in for the wedding cakes and does all that stuff.
You know what? It's a team effort, and these girls are a big part of Patty's team. Thank you for joining us today, because it just wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you next time right here on At Home. Thanks, girls. Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.
Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, Pennsylvania.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.